David, who said, trashing decks. I discovered it after failing with OTK, security control, and mill decks. I used the Hexablau Zulong combo. It helped me against the bullshit of a Lord Knight deck that 90% of people played. Yeah, trashing is a very strong strat, whether it's trashing source or trashing security. Trashing sources. In this type of game, I think it's honestly, to an extent, it's overpowered. Not like in like a, not me saying like, oh my goodness, it's busted, but just like sometimes they make it really easy to strip source. And like Soranjo, for example, you attack with a native blue deck, you get to strip 2 source, no shot. You've got other cards that strip source, like Tommy obviously was polarizing, strip 3 source. You got Surai that strips 4. And then Suedo stuns for only a 4-cost option. Like, I think it's super easy to strip source in a game where it's built entirely on your inheritables. And although X antibodies make it so it's not as bad, I wish they would tone down on the amount of like source stripping that they give us, because sometimes it just feels. It relates back to that video, which we got a lot of comments on, that I said blue decks are overtuned. And we had like 3 comments on that because obviously blue decks polarizing, right?
I feel like source stripping is weird because like it's like at times it feels super overpowered, and at times it feels very underwhelming too. Right. So like they haven't given a good balance for source stripping. Feels like they're either like super nice, super strong, or they're just like meh. Like Hexablau, a Hexablau deck feels like meh. But
to be
like,
fair, I mean, Hexablau,
when you sprinkle it in, like I'm using it because that's like probably like the most prevalent source strip on deck until we get into like besides blue hybrid ish.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And then when we get to BT Fortune, like the Goemon stuff, right? I feel like that's gonna be like the next like legit source stripping deck.
We need a Hexablau X antibody.
But yeah, that'd be cool if that existed. But yeah, so like you said, I think like Tommy's example was like busted, but then like Hexablau, so blue hybrid really strong, and then you had like Hexablau that was like like in the source stripping because he didn't do too much. But then you have cards like what you said, Sora, like that's what takes it to the next level of source stripping, makes it like super strong, and it feels very very what's the word I'm looking for, very
OP.
Yeah, just OP.
Just OP. Not because get us this way. It's not that we're saying that like, oh my goodness, it's broken, it needs to be fixed, this, that, the other. No. It's just like there needs to be a balance, because sometimes it's too much, and obviously in the case of Hexablau, it's too little. Although I would say Hexablau source strip is good. Or maybe it should have been like a strip 1 from the bottom of all your opponent's Digimon on attack, or strip 1 on like up to 3 or something. But it's just the fact that like he's 11k, he has no protection. Once he's gone, and in this meta, you need protection.
It's just easily played around though.
Exactly. Yeah, 110%. Next up, we've got Walker. Said, funnily enough, Hexablau was my first deck, go figure. Been a source strip / stun enjoyer since, taking away important inheritables and keeping my opponent from doing their combos / playing the game works for me. Yeah, and that, like I said, like I like source strip for that idea. But in this game, I mean, sources are everything. Machine Dramon, perfect example. Machine Dramon can easily build up, Dan, by, I would say turn 4, you could build up a solid 8 sources or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about.
And so, like, if you were playing like a blue deck, like a source strip blue deck, something like Dianamon, it's like, well, it's not a lost matchup for you, but it's definitely difficult because Dianamon stripping sources in that type of deck, they'll most likely be playing Sojos, they'll most likely be playing Surais, and it's just like, damn. Source is gone. And then if you're playing any other deck, maybe like a Greymon deck, for example, easily strip everything away except the X antibody. You have no protection. Black or Gray still gets his effect, which is cool. He can't be stunned unless it's like a blue flare type of stun. But, you know, back to the balance portion of it.